As we come to the end of 2025, as Chief Justice of the Kansas Supreme Court, I find myself overwhelmed with gratitude for the people who make up the Kansas judicial branch. And I'm proud to tell Kansans about the incredible work the courts in their communities and across the state do to provide access to justice. Judges and justices, court staff and court service officers across our state show up every day, often quietly, often without recognition, to ensure that justice is real, accessible, and humane for the people we serve. It is because of you and my deep respect for Kansas courts that I share today one of the hardest decisions of my life, stepping down as Chief Justice. I have been proud to be a public servant, working daily to decide cases and to improve the legal processes Kansas use, and to make that process more navigable. I found my desire to do this work after I grew up in Goodland, Kansas. As a child, I never dreamed that my life would lead me to a courtroom bench, let alone to the Kansas Supreme Court or the role of Chief Justice. As a first-generation college student, I often felt I was navigating a world without a map. The idea that I might one day serve as only the second woman on our Supreme Court never entered my mind. But if it had, it would have seemed impossible, something meant for someone else, not a small-town girl like me. Yet, here I am, marking the anniversary of becoming Chief Justice in December 2019, still humbled by where this journey has taken me. Before joining the Supreme Court, I served as a district court judge in Shawnee County. I was the only woman on the Shawnee County bench at that time, and I became the first woman in Kansas to serve as a chief judge. I carried that responsibility with a deep sense of purpose. I wanted small-town Kansas children, including girls, to see themselves reflected in positions of leadership and to know their voices, their intelligence, and their perseverance matter. I would not have had that chance without people who believed in me. I am profoundly grateful to Governor Joan Finney, who appointed me as a trial judge, and to Governor Bill Graves, who appointed me to the appellate branch in the Supreme Court. I am equally grateful to the people of Shawnee County and Kansas who retained me through 7 elections. Your faith in me has never been taken lightly. Throughout my life, I have been sustained by a loving family, strong communities, outstanding teachers, and colleagues who inspire me every day. Serving as Chief Justice has given me a front row seat to the courage and compassion that define our judicial system. I have watched judges make difficult decisions with integrity. Court staff treat people with dignity during their most vulnerable moments, and employees adapt to change with grace and resolve. Together, we have faced immense challenges, some expected, others unprecedented, and we have met them by asking not just how to get through them, but how do we do better? Because of that shared commitment, we have expanded access to justice, increased transparency, and modernized our courts. In turn, we have helped strengthen our communities and our state. Addressing for a moment all the current and past judges and judicial branch employees with whom I have worked, I lack words to fully explain how working alongside you has been one of the greatest privileges I could ever have imagined. I will always be proud of what we accomplished together and of the plans we have made together, including our joint efforts over the last year to create a new long-range plan for improving our courts. I am also deeply thankful for the partnership of the other branches of government. Our ability to make real progress became possible because the other branches were willing to work with us, to listen, to collaborate, and to invest in a stronger court system. Together, we build a judiciary that is more accessible, more efficient, and better equipped to respond to complex issues such as mental illness and the needs of children in care. That spirit of cooperation gives me great hope for the future and confidence that the three branches can continue to build upon that foundation and to continue to strengthen a dedicated court system designed to bring accessible justice to all. In recent weeks, after experiencing medical issues that led to my hospitalization, I have been given unexpected time to slow down and reflect. I am grateful beyond words for the emergency responders, physicians, nurses, and caregivers who took such good care of me. I am on a path to recovery, but I have had to face a difficult truth. I am not yet able to meet the demands of leading the Kansas court system and participating fully in the hundreds of cases the Supreme Court resolves each year. The court and the people of Kansas need and deserve someone giving the more than 100% that the position often demands. Coming to that realization that I needed to step aside has been painful. After much thought, many conversations, and with a heavy heart, I know this decision is the right one for the court and for me. I will step away in two stages. First, as allowed by the Kansas Constitution, I will resign from the office of Chief Justice while remaining on the court. That resignation will take effect at the close of business on January 2nd, 2026. Justice Eric Rosen, who has served with steadiness and generosity as acting Chief Justice during my illness, will assume the role of Chief Justice. I am confident the court will be in capable and compassionate hands. Second, I will remain on as a justice for a few additional weeks to wind up some work. I will not take on new cases and will soon announce a specific retirement date, likely a date later in January or early February. Finally, I speak again from the heart to say that the messages, calls, and kindness I have received from across Kansas and beyond over the past weeks have moved me more than I can adequately express. Hearing from judges and court staff reminded me that the judicial branch is a community built on shared values and mutual respect. Hearing from Kansans outside the courts affirmed how deeply people care about fairness, judicial independence, and the rule of law. We are stronger as a state because we believe in those principles and in each other. I will carry that belief and my gratitude to all of you with me always. Thank you for the honor of being able to serve as your Chief Justice.